Hello, everybody. The episode this week runs slightly short. It's a crisp 45. Nobody cares about the runtimes but me. Nobody keeps track of podcast runtimes but me. I care, which is why I mention it. As always, the Monkees may be a children's show from the 60s, but the Monkees Pod is an adult show from 2026. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome back to the Monkees Pod, a Monkees recap podcast. My name is Sommer.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Molly.
Today we have Season 2, Episode 3, Everywhere A Sheik, A Sheik. I don't understand the pun in that title.
Everywhere a chic. Old MacDonald had a farm.
It doesn't really make
Okay.
sense. There's nothing like farm or Old MacDonald in this
Like
movie.
chic is a noise?
Everywhere, I don't know.
Okay.
Chic is an animal?
But, like, you don't say the animal in Old
quack,
MacDonald. Anyway, the historical background for the premise this time is going to be a return to Orientalism as described by Edward Said in his book Orientalism. Molly, do you know Lindsay Ellis, the YouTuber? I feel like you might.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Did you see her new video?
Oh, the one on Aladdin?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
So that is extremely relevant today. Lindsay Ellis, in her new video, talks about the production, the widely held myth that the movie The Thief and the Cobbler was ruined on purpose by Disney, and how it was actually a little more complicated than that, and how both that and Aladdin kind of drew from the same sources of, like, Western ideas about the Middle East from Orientalist tropes of the time, largely from the 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights, which is very interesting because she talks about how, like, people are like, oh my god, Disney stole the scheming vizier from Thief and the Cobbler, but then she's like, that's one of the most common archetypes in 1001 Nights, and we see that exact plot in this episode of the Monkees. So actually, both of them stole it from the Monkees. So, yeah. More specifically for our background this week, I want to talk about the archetype of the Sheik, and specifically how they kept trying to make Davy Jones as the Sheik a thing. So there are these cut scenes from Head where I now have a little more information about them and about the context of Satyr Micky. There was a cut sequence from Head where each of the boys kind of talked about the archetype of hot boy that they are and why they appeal to women and why they were chosen. So Mike is like, his is like he's in a suit and tails, and then it cuts to him being like a cowboy Marlboro man in the desert, and they're like, he's both a witty intellectual and a yeehaw cowboy. And then they make Peter like this like sad white-faced clown, and they're like, oh, he's so, everyone has maternal instincts for him because he's kind of a pathetic figure. And then Micky is like this like satyr trickster boy. And then they have Davy as the Sheik, which is weird to me.
Why?
What does that have to do with, like, at all ties to his personality?
I don't know. This is what he says while it's happening. He says, I got a woman, 63 years old, from Ithaca, New York, writes me on lavender paper. Who cares? Reminds her of Randolph Valentino, she says. I got people buying me hair and lockets and sending hand-painted tea bags, shoehorns, horn toads, pickles, donuts, flashlights, hot dogs, flower pots, and cash. Everything you can think of. That's who cares.
Well, are Sheiks known for being, like, romantic? Like,
not Sheiks, but the Sheik as played by Rudolph Valentino.
Okay.
So The Sheik
Sure.
was a 1921 silent romantic drama film, which was kind of the big blow-up point for the actor Rudolph Valentino, who was known as the Latin lover of silent movies, despite being Italian. So The Sheik is problematic. Lindsay Ellis in her video talks about the way that Hollywood high school's mascot is the Sheiks and how she that's problematic, but also she likes it because it's a good reference to old Hollywood and it's kind of funny. Rudolph Valentino, on the back of this problematic movie where he's in brown face playing a rapist, became the most popular sex symbol of Hollywood. On his Wikipedia article, they talked a lot about how male critics at the time questioned his masculinity and called him gay and stuff. Kind of similar to some Davy Jones type of thing. And the Sheik became so popular that the word came to be used to mean a young man on the prowl, and the object of a Sheik's desire was dubbed a Sheba.
We had a dog named Sheba.
Oh. Okay.
Just throwing that in there.
Thank you. You had a lot of dogs. I've never heard of this dog before in my life.
It was actually technically Kathy's dog.
Okay.
But it lived in the house.
All right.
It was like an Alaskan Malamute.
Okay. So she was there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think what they're getting at with Davy as the Sheik is just like the irresistible to all women thing, because in no other way does this like cherubic English boy resemble like an exotic, tall, dark, and handsome man. But I think it's just kind of the like cultural, like the sex symbol of our culture type of thing is what they're getting at with that. And we see that as well in this episode of the show. The director is Alex Singer. The writer is Jack Winter, king of bangers.
Here he comes again.
For our guest stars, I would like to point out our first appearance of Monty Landis. He is playing a character who I refer to as the Sultan because I gave all the characters in this Aladdin names.
Just like Aladdin.
Monty Landis, this is an unfortunate introduction to him. He's going to become our like most recurring player for the rest of the series. I found that originally the producers wanted him to be in every episode of season 2 as a different character, but then they like couldn't get him for the whole run. But he was in 7 episodes.
Wow.
And this is the only one where he doesn't play a villain.
This is that's like playing the Law and Order game in the playbill.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I know him most as as Satan from The Devil and Peter Tork. So I'm like, oh, it's Satan. He's here. It was the 3rd one in a row that he shot with them, but the first to be aired. It was filmed April 25th to 27th and broadcast September 25th of 1967. It's here. The last bad episode. Now the show will be good forever. We just have to get through this.
Will it never be racist again?
Are we sure?
It will not never be racist again, but this is the last racist premise episode.
Okay.
Except the island one is a little iffy, but there's other stuff going on in that. Snake charming music over guys in brown face speaking gibberish. Good morning, USA. I Dream of Jeannie comes out. Yeah, these.
Okay. She's wearing the worst outfit. Like, I'm like, how is this woman like she's got a short, she's got a crop top on.
This young woman who appears to be Italian or maybe Greek
maybe
comes up to her father, the Sultan, in her sparkly mini skirt and tank top, like they have in Islamic countries.
like silver boots, boots.
Silver boots, and like her headscarf is just like on the back of her head, like she just has she's like a veil on. Yeah, I'm like, how is this?
She's super cute, but she's from LA.
Yeah, I'm like, this does not look like she would be allowed to be walking around like
also,
this.
her name is Colette.
Yeah, which I don't find out for a while, but
right. I call her Jeannie in this.
Oh yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. So
I just kept calling her daughter.
Yeah.
Like,
daughter and Pop, and
I don't know what daughter.
Right.
I don't know what daughter's name is.
Yeah. But. So Sultan tells Jeannie that she has to get married, and Jeannie says she can't get married because she doesn't know anyone.
Like the Sultan's eyebrow is just drawn in between his 2 eyes. It's bad. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
So then the Sultan suggests that Jeannie should marry his evil vizier Jafar.
Peter Batteru.
Yeah.
Jafar, that's better.
Yeah, Jafar.
Jafar
has half a goatee.
He looks crazy. He has half a beard. What is happening?
I don't know what that's a reference to. I don't know why he has half a goatee. It's bizarre. Either. They like cut the hairpiece in half and glued it on.
But she's like, ew. But she's like, ew, right to his face. And I'm like, rude.
That also happens in Aladdin, though.
This is the plot of Aladdin.
Exactly.
If Aladdin was Davy Jones.
Yeah, so, well, actually, didn't Thief and the Cobbler start production around the same time as this? Because it has the influences from Yellow Submarine.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah. Thief and the Cobbler.
Yeah. Sultan says, you have already turned down all the most eligible bachelors in the world. In the world?
Well, he's...
I guess, he is kind of a king.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. But then Jeannie sees a magazine with the Monkees on it, and she's like, what about Davy?
Yeah.
So now the Monkees are famous enough to be in magazines in whatever country this is?
Unknown.
In a foreign land.
Yeah.
Maybe they really made it big in this country.
They're a foreign hit in Agrabah. I think their country is called Nahuti.
Sure.
This is what I thought, that whatever that word is, this is what I thought it popped back up. That word.
You thought this was called Hober Reaver Sabazo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were like Nababi boo boo boo.
Yeah. Labubu. The magazine has like a 4-picture spread of Micky, Davy, Peter, and then Davy and Peter again.
No Mike.
And then I was like, well, maybe this was like a real magazine, but because I couldn't imagine the prop department fabricating a whole magazine. But then the picture of Davy like zooms in and cuts to the shot of him, and it's like the same shot. So they had to have fabricated this. So why didn't they put a picture of Mike?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Hard cut to Sultan's goons in the pad.
Yeah. How they got there, we don't know.
We don't know how they got to America, how they found the Monkees.
How they went into the pad.
Well, I was going to say, how do they know where they live? But teen magazines did regularly print people's addresses.
Well, we know where they were.
Yeah. We have their address. Yeah. It's right on their records. Okay.
But how did they get in?
Yeah. What did they tell them they were doing? Because they don't seem to know. They're preparing to weigh Davy on the scales like he's a mummy organ. That's not a thing except for like in mummification rituals. Okay. He is lifted by one hand by this large man.
Yes. And the other hand it's more than 7 gold bars, because Mike said, "Oh wow, he's getting bigger because he usually only weighs 7 gold bars."
Oh,
so he must be.
They regularly weigh
at least
Davy.
8 gold bars.
In terms of gold bars.
Yeah. Mike is wearing the tassel shirt from the Mexico episode. He was feeling himself. Also, he keeps making like this stupid face where he's like. Davy, after being weighed, willingly gets into their sack and is taken away.
Carried away.
He doesn't know where he's going. Why would he do that? And on the way out, they hand Mike a paper, and he waves weird at them as they walk away. The paper is a invitation to Davy's wedding to Jeannie,
yes.
And the Monkees make a shocked face to camera, and for only that shot, Micky has sunglasses on.
Yeah, he hands it to them. And then Peter and Micky keep trying to read it, like over each other. And then Mike walks into the shot, and Micky suddenly has sunglasses on when they all gasp, when they find out it's a wedding. Peter finally says the line, but it's, "King, how suck are you doing?"
Okay.
That like how
King Sultan,
but it's like, "How suck are you doing?" It's like, "How you doing?"
Let me see what his character name is. His character name is just listed as King, so I don't know.
He does. They do pronounce it a couple of times. But.
Okay. Why did they think the goons were in their house? And why did they all just go along with it if they didn't know it was for the wedding? So, like, this is what I'm saying. The show is melting. Like, they just don't care when anything happens to them. They're like, I guess we're doing this now. Like,
they've committed to the Monkees getting stupider, like, beyond human belief.
Yeah. So Davy, after getting out of the sack,
I said, back at the palace. Like, where did they bring him? Did they bring him overseas?
Yeah, he gets out of the sack in the foreign country. Presumably, he was transported in the sack for the last several hours. And he goes, "Hey, what's going on there?" Like, you didn't care to ask while you were being kidnapped. And Davy's like, "Why does Jeannie want to marry me?" And then there's this other vizier who I'm going to call Iago. He says, "Why?" He's like Sultan's good vizier. He says, "Why does the camel sleep with one eye facing the desert moon?" Davy says, "To keep his pants up." What?
Well, that's
not.
That's a joke. Well, it's the punchline of another joke.
The transcript renders his Davy noise as "ah-heh," which was a good rendering of the noise he made.
Have you ever seen the like falsettos Thanksgiving?
I watch that every year on Thanksgiving.
Perfect. So you'll know what Andrew Reynolds and when Sebastian Marsales are talking about making
anime
noises. Wow! Like that's Davy Jones.
Chaucer is here to something Davy explains. He is there to marry the king's daughter.
Yeah.
We still don't know where here is.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Agrabah.
How did they get to Agrabah?
Genie magic.
Map. They traveled
magic carpet. Oh! Iago then says, "Do not question the strange ways of our people." And this is just such a like transparent, like show of the writer's perspective, because nobody thinks of their own ways as strange. You know? No one would ever say that.
Davy has to marry this chick he's never met or they will kill him. Oh, good. There is a gong in this episode.
Yay! Davy asks if Jeannie has ever had a crush on anyone before. Not like dated, not been betrothed, not married.
Right.
Davy, you understand this is an arranged marriage. Why are you assuming crushes have anything to do with anything?
Because she has a crush on him. That's how they picked him.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And the point of that was her old crush is dead for rejecting her.
Yeah.
So then they dress Davy up like a sheik.
Yeah.
And then Jafar puts like the pillowcase that Dobby uses when he paints graffiti on him. Because it's like a.
I know, but what was the paint? Like, why did he put that on him?
It looks like a sheet that you dumped paint on.
I think it was like Jafar was trying to make him ugly to her.
Okay, but they never explained that.
Don't question the strange ways of their people, Mom.
It looked like
it's like a smock.
It was like a pillowcase, or like
it's Dobby's graffiti outfit.
That had been painted like spray paint.
And he's wearing it for the next scene, which is really weird. It really makes the next scene really surreal. The other monkeys...
I said it was a dropcloth.
Yeah, I don't know. The other monkeys pull up in suits. Hatless Mike. The transition is beginning.
But how did they get to...
I don't know how... Well, they were invited with the wedding invitation.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they sent a carpet to pick them up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I assume they don't have their own carpet.
No, they don't. The large man, fuck, I'm running out of Aladdin characters. I was going to say Genie, but I named the girl Genie. Robin Williams pushes the monkeys down the hallway using his large strength. Oh god, the scene. So Genie enters the room where Davy is, and the camera can't quite focus on her. It goes to extreme close-ups of both of them.
Yeah.
Genie's like looking to the side, but Davy is staring the camera down and also delivering all of his lines far too sexually, in my opinion. And let's do a little stage play of this.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Who are you going to be?
I don't.
I'll be Davy.
Okay.
I have experience. Okay. I love your hair.
I love your hair.
I love your eyes.
I love your eyes.
I love your nose. I love your mouth.
I love your mouth.
I love your neck.
I love your neck.
I love you.
My handsome prince. In the middle of this, it's like fading in between these uncomfortable close-ups with them. It fades to them like dancing and like leaning over the bottom of a chair to kiss. It's so uncomfortable, but probably the little girls were eating it up. Molly, do you like this or is it flop?
I can't say. It's like we have to deal with a lot of watching Davy swoon over girls that aren't us.
Yeah.
In the Davy fandom, and this kind of goes on maybe a little bit too long.
Yeah.
I also think it's funny how he says "I love you" and she does not say it back.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's not ready for. And then after all that, Davy tells her he's not ready to get married.
Yeah.
Okay, teen marriage and like knowing when the time is right was a large issue at the time, which is probably why they bring it up constantly with like the monkeys saying they're too young, which like they weren't because two of them were married. But like even in this little teen magazine we have here, I was interested in Sex, Let's Be Honest About It by Dick Clark. And it turns out that all Dick Clark had to say about sex was, I'm not going to tell you at all what sex even is. Just don't do it because teen pregnancy ruins lives and makes you get married to a guy you don't like. So this is how they were dealing with this issue at the time.
And I guess it's another implication that Show Davy is younger than Davy Jones.
Yeah.
If we will ever find out.
If we will ever find out. He's too young for marriage.
Well, he's always like goes through girls. Like he falls in love and then like, you know.
Yeah.
He's not ready for marriage.
Yeah,
he's just a boy.
He's
then he sees another girl. And
he needs to sow his oat, I guess. Genie's like, but if you don't, my father will make me marry Jafar. And Davy doesn't know who the fuck that is, but he acts like he does.
Davy, of course, wants to help.
Yeah, of course. Gee, guys, Genie's in a tough spot, but she's such a nice chick. We gotta help her out. Why don't you play her song? That usually works.
Is she feeling sad? Sing to her.
Yeah. Jafar busts in and he's like, that's enough. Our ancient laws do not permit further contact. Y'all ancient laws suck because they were unsupervised for like 3 minutes, and that's enough time to get pregnant if you're strategic about it.
Back to the first time the boys try to get past the Robin Williams.
Yeah,
they show up and he just pushes them.
Yeah.
And Peter does a backflip.
I didn't see that.
And Mickey stumbles into the table. And I'm like, they're doing their own stunts. But Peter like does a backflip down the hallway.
I will need to rewatch. That's crazy.
Anyway, they come back to try to get past Robin Williams once again. This time they're Shadow Realm, and it's very weird.
Yeah.
Peter is like some kind of like scientist. He's like detecting radiation. But Mike and Mickey are like fighting the Napoleonic Wars. Like they have like old French military outfits,
which by the way
looks
mean
like Civil War.
They,
but like
they look like marching band.
Yeah,
that too. They're wearing some ridiculous hats.
Mike is holding a bucket for a reason that is never explained. Mickey is inexplicably screaming in a German accent. He also keeps.
I said, leave it to Mickey to do whatever accent necessary or not.
Yeah, he keeps saluting Mike's hat off.
Yeah. Well, he was an admiral, Mike was an admiral, and Mickey was a captain.
Okay, so the thing the bit they're doing is they're pretending to be investigating a bomb in the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're in a hotel, or are they?
Where are they? That has nothing to do with the world.
The transcript said that it was a Nahudian hotel, so they are in their country, but I don't know why they're in the hotel. Are they the bomb squad? Why are they military? And then they check it with a Geiger counter. Is it a nuke?
He's checking the Geiger counter. And then Peter, they're like, can't you hear the Geiger counter? And Peter pulls out a little clicker out of his pocket and he starts clicking. And it's supposed to be the clicking of the Geiger counter.
Crazy thing to put in your family sitcom. They go through the door to where Davy is. They get stuck.
Well, they tell him, they're like, run. And the guy finally runs.
Yeah. And they get stuck and Davy has to yoink them through. And the Sultan is like, who are these wackos? And Davy's like, oh, that's my friends. And then they all do the barbershop quartet. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. That's from, do you know what that's from?
Barbershop quartets?
No, it is from the Three Stooges.
Oh, okay. Barbershop quartets also do that.
Yeah.
But also all male theater kids do that.
But it's a Three Stooges bit.
Yeah.
It's a famous Three Stooges bit.
It reminds me, the theater boys at my school always used to like sing Jersey Boys with the harmonies. Is that like a male theater kids thing?
Or maybe mine just couldn't do that. Yeah. I don't know.
I thought it was a Jersey thing. I thought maybe the boys at your school did that. I don't know.
They get to Davy and he's like, where you been, man?
Well, they always show up for each other, but Sultan tries to further persuade Davy to marry Jeannie by showing him a model of the castle that he will get. And telling him that every year he will get his weight in diamonds, which is about 1 diamond. And then Davy's like, I'll think about it. But first I have to consult the monkeys. And they're all like, no, don't do it. I don't think so. Guys, you guys need
can't
money.
Pay rent.
Yeah.
Please get the house. Get the castle.
You're going to become like Dubai royalty. Like, guys. Then the Sultan says that the other monkeys will all be cabinet members and have their choice of a dozen wives, and then he claps, and all the blonde wives come out.
And 8 harem women walk out.
Maybe they're Mormons.
And then they were like, oh, okay, we should do this now.
Yeah. Is it even supposed to be that like they all get multiple wives, or is it like they get a choice?
I think they got a choice.
I think they kind of each have their own, but they're also always kind of together.
Yeah. Like I assumed it was like a harem thing, but then maybe like they weren't allowed to show the monkeys having a harem on TV, even though it would be true to life. Right. Jafar tells a guy in red who appears to be his assistant, I should have named him Iago. Gilbert Gottfried. Jafar tells Gilbert Gottfried to prepare for coffins for the monkeys. So now the monkeys are all in chic outfits, getting fanned.
Mickey asks this actually,
by various wives.
At one point says when they come out, shalom. Like
that's
I thought shalom
Mickey.
Too. I said Mickey. I don't think so.
He's like shalom, shalom. And he bows, and it does this,
Yeah,
and then he does this arm thrust thing, and I was like, "What was that?"
That was sexual thrusting because Mickey is just being.
I was like, "Okay, that was inappropriate."
So yeah, they're all getting fanned by their various wives. They thought this scene was so peak that they needed to recreate it in Head with more hookahs and nudity because there's a sequence in Head where they're all sheiks getting fanned by wives again.
Okay.
They just love to do that. So then Davy gives them their cabinet positions. He makes Mickey the Secretary of Defense, and then he orders one of the wives to peel grapes for them, which is an asshole move. And it cuts to David Pearl and David Price as surgeons.
They did surgery on a grape!
I can't believe they did surgery on a grape 60 years before they did surgery on a grape.
How has no one noticed this before? They've been doing surgery on grapes.
Yeah. I think, though, like, the original they did surgery on a grape meme was, like, just showing the new robot surgical equipment, but I feel like they've always tested surgical equipment on
that's,
grape.
I mean, that's where they start. Where you start as a surgeon is you learn to cut, like, the skin of a grape because it is...
That makes sense.
It's like cutting through skin.
It just makes the meme even funnier.
Yeah.
They drew it so
I don't know the meme, so...
It's just they did surgery on a grape.
The meme is just that they did surgery on a grape.
But it is something that they do. Yeah. That's how you learn to use a scalpel, is on grapes, because it's got a similar feel to...
They've always been doing surgery on a grape? Yes. Always have. Okay,
they were all being tended to by the harem, except Mike is sitting up on something like you were saying, he was sitting like before with his legs up.
Yeah.
And there's a harem woman near him with a spray bottle, like he didn't want to be touched by anybody.
Yeah.
He was like up in the corner.
Phyllis just off camera with her own spray bottle, like, you better not move, Michael. Davy makes Micky the Secretary of Defense. The Secretary of War, am I And then orders...
He said he'll keep it mended. Defense.
Oh.
And Peter wanted to be the Secretary of Defense.
Yeah. He makes Mike Secretary of State and Peter Director of Forests. Are they so mean to Peter?
Peter wanted a good job.
Responsibility, okay? He can be a treasurer. He can count to at least 2, okay? We see them all doing their cabinet jobs. Mike is typing on a typewriter with a fedora on, while one of the wives plays with his hair and ears and kisses him on the lobe. I don't care if something good happened to you, it should have been me. Also, Phyllis should be allowed to wax his sideburns off at night. It cuts to Peter and his wife. Iago is serving them steak with visible white powder on it, while Gilbert Godfrey watches menacingly. And Iago is like, I must taste it to make sure it's not poisoned. Must you? You can't tell by looking. Anyway, he immediately dies, and Peter GGF.
Yeah, he dies and they just move on.
Well, the whole point was they were supposed to be killing them all different ways.
Oh, yeah, so it couldn't be traced back
to him. So they
him.
Couldn't be traced back to him. So we're supposed to be still on those murders.
Apparently, Iago dying is the first time death is depicted in the second season, and according to IMDb. And I think the second time death is depicted in the show at all, like other than the shootout.
I feel like there's been other moments where we assume death occurs, but this is the first on-screen death.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the other one would have been.
Well, there was that shootout where like everyone died bloodlessly with all the different bootleggers or whatever it was.
Okay.
So it goes back to Mike's lovely office. He puts a olive branch and fake bird in a letter he wrote to the Ice Capades.
Okay, yeah, to that he sends to the Ice Capades, but he takes the carbon paper out of the typewriter. Do you know what carbon paper is?
Is that like the heat activated paper that
it's got like ink. It's got a piece of paper and then it's an inked piece of paper and then another piece of paper, so that when you type on it, it pushes on the second piece of paper and the ink goes onto the paper, so you have a copy of it.
Okay.
So you have a carbon copy. That's what carbon copies are. And what you're supposed to do is separate them. You keep one copy and you mail the other copy. He takes it out and he just jams the whole thing in.
Well, he also puts an olive branch and a whole fake bird in there, so...
which he smashes on the table. He's like, I put this dove in there. And he goes, got to put this fake dove in there.
Yeah. He doesn't care anymore. And then all the papers fall off his desk. So he says, I need a paperweight. So Gilbert Godfrey pulls a rope and sends a large boulder the size of a small boulder through Mike's desk. And he DGAF. Micky is doing military budget with his wife, like, sexually laid on his desk. He says the Navy will need $6 for new oars. And then he snaps at his wife when she calls him cute because he's a military official. He's too in character. And then he threatens Russia by name. Okay. Gilbert Godfrey throws a knife at Micky and misses. He gets one try for each monkey, so he moves on. It cuts to Jeannie and Davy making out.
And I said, Davy's kissing Colette. Okay, we finally got a name.
Yeah.
That's the first time we hear a name.
Jeannie is like, after this we separate and can't see each other until the wedding. I thought we already did that. There I go, questioning the mysterious ways of their people. Like, egg on my face. Jeannie gives Davy her necklace for luck, just as Gilbert Gottfried shoots an arrow at him.
Blow dart.
Blow dart, whatever. A projectile. And he DGAF. Until Jeannie's like, Davy, someone's trying to kill you.
Doesn't Davy assume it's like Cupid?
Yeah, he's like, oh!
Cupid.
Okay, sure. And then he looks at the camera and says, ooh. The monkeys make a plan to leave. The plan is Micky smashes a lamp on Robin Williams, which does not affect him because he is so large. The show is very confusing when you replace all the character names with names you made up. I'm sorry. Because then Davy says, what are we going to do about Abdul? And I'm like, who is Abdul?
It would be Robin Williams.
Not that I would know who that was if I hadn't named the characters.
Yeah, because they never said his name before.
First time he's been named.
Similar to how they started calling her Colette. And I'm like, I guess that's Colette.
I guess.
I said, okay, so then the bad guy's plan is overheard by Purple Harem Lady.
We can call her Abu.
I just called her Purple Harem Lady.
Okay, sure.
And the plan is to coat their glasses with explosives, and when they clink glasses, they'll explode.
Yeah.
But they think they used these in the last episode when they exploded their glasses. No, not the last one, in Mexico.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Purple Wife overhears this, and then she goes to tell Jeannie of it. And unfortunately, the laws of her people forbid Jeannie from going to the banquet, so she sends Purple Wife to tell them. But since she will be seized immediately, she must be brief. And Jeannie tells her to say, golden Grecian goblets guarantee graves, instead of like, don't touch the cups.
She gives her a riddle to deliver the monkeys.
Yeah.
That will be faster.
Don't drink out of the cups.
Yeah. I don't know. And I said, this scene is the closest the show has come to passing the Bechdel test.
That's true.
Except that the Purple Wife is unnamed. And also there's kind of talking about men. They're saving some men.
They're so close.
Fern and her mom probably had a conversation. But I don't know if both of them have names technically. At the feast table, Mike is complaining about the quality of the pelican livers and yak tail.
Yeah.
Mike, shut up and eat your pelicans.
Micky peels a banana and gives the peel to Peter. That never pays off.
He was just giving him food.
I thought the peel was going to like show up later, like someone was going to throw it on the ground.
No, it was just for Peter to consume.
Yeah, it was just his snack. Purple Wife delivers her message to Peter, who then tries to tell it to the rest of the guys.
First mistake, telling it to
He
Peter.
passes it to Micky.
Micky
thinks it's like a tongue twister.
Yeah. And then Mike thinks it's like a song lyric.
He was talking about songs and the songs for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't know that song, but maybe he does if he hum a few bars.
Yeah. And he tries to tell it to Davy, but then Sultan starts a toast and he gets cut off.
Yeah.
Sultan says, we are here tonight to honor a man who is about to marry my daughter and take over leadership of our country. A good man, a strong man whose perseverance and fortitude have already carried him to achievements far beyond his tender years. Gentlemen, Davy Jones. And then he continues to like profusely compliment Davy and keeps making the toast longer so that they can't clank and the villains are like getting edged. But you have known him for 3 days.
My favorite one is when he says that he's like gone through every conceivable hardship. That's Davy Jones.
Yeah. Like it's Davy Jones. Who today is one of you a commoner and tomorrow is one of us, the prince. He's already famous in this episode. Okay. Peter accidentally yeets his goblet and it explodes on the wall. And then Davy's like, toast me, Jafar. And Jafar won't do it. So then the plot is revealed. Okay.
And he throws it on the wall.
Yeah. Sultan says, how could you do this to me or to the land of your birth? And then Jafar says, the land of my birth? Duh! I'm not an Yahudian. I was born in Enid, Oklahoma. I just came here to get your oil, which I'm going to do right now. You know what? That's real as hell. Political commentary.
A good twist.
It hit. Slay. Got our ass. Commence rompage. The song is Love Is Only Sleeping. This is composed by Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. It is sung by Mike, who plays guitar, Peter on organ, and Davy on tambourine. This is my favorite Monkees song. This is like 100% my favorite Monkees song. This is one of the few episodes it's in. I don't think this is the only episodes it's in. I might be wrong. If it is, I'll be mad because it's a really tonally dissonant romp.
Yeah, it does not fit what is going on here. There's this high intensity fight sequence going on, and then it's like it's also vague, this country, and a song that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of sheiks with scimitars running around sped up. Like everywhere, Sheik. Okay.
Everywhere, Sheik. Davy stomps on a big guy's foot. Peter sticks his finger in a lamp socket and electrocutes the guy he's sword fighting with.
Yeah. Rainbow Room.
Rainbow Room.
Okay, I love Mike's voice on this song so much. He has like some high notes. It's really pretty. Also, he's wearing this Austin Powers suit. Shagadelic baby. He's literally wearing like
Really?
When I say Austin Powers suit, I mean literally what Austin Powers wears. And I love that. I think Mike Myers saw this episode.
The frilly.
Yeah, he has frilly collars
cuffs.
And it's like velvet. Davy's on drums in a white turtleneck with a chunky bead. Micky has his tablecloth. Peter has his brown vest outfit with different undershirt.
And this is where I noted he's always got a button on.
Yeah. Jarring cut-in of early season 1 French Legionnaire footage where they all look like babies.
Yeah.
Back in the episode Rompage, Mike is fighting for his life while Micky makes out with a wife.
I got Peter's making out with
It's Micky first.
Okay. No, he tags Micky in.
No, okay.
I'm fairly certain I watched it 2-3 times.
Well, then he tags in at the end again.
Yeah, he tags in at the end again. It's Peter to start with. Micky tags in, and then Mike tags in, and then Peter tags.
Yeah. But when Mike's doing it, it's like the fakest not facing camera kissing ever. Because I know Phyllis put her foot down. I don't care if something good happened to you, it should have happened to me. Davy starts filing his nails. And then I tried really hard to parse how the romp wraps up. I like went over this 10 seconds like 4 times. I couldn't understand. There's a random explosion, the bad guys fall down. Okay.
Well, they're all fighting behind some pillows. And then one by one, they all get like a small injury, like my finger hurts. Everybody wanders away except for Davy. And then Davy is in, then they all pile on Davy, then they all run across. And then he's in the group with them talking. And then he runs back and there's a random explosion.
Okay, I don't know. Sultan says, for defeating the bad guys, the monkeys can have anything they want from him, much like a genie from Aladdin. And much like Aladdin at the end of Aladdin, they wish to be free. Colette says, oh, Davy, does that mean? And Davy says, I hate to run out on you like this, Colette, but it's really for the best. I'm too young to get married. And now that Jafar is out of the way, you really don't have to worry. He's out of the way? Did they fucking kill him?
You'll never know. They didn't show us anything.
And Davy's like, I'm sure you'll find someone else you like even better than me. And then she's like, I have. It's Peter. And then they put Peter on the scale. La, 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 the episode is over.
I think Peter wins, finally.
Finally, but again, the joke is someone finally loves Peter.
Aww, poor Pete. Then we get a cuddly toy music video. So this is composed by future hitmaker Harry Nilsson, who is also like one of Micky's besties. Sung by Davy and Micky, mostly Davy. It is the first track recorded for the album. I don't know what album this is referencing. I don't remember. I think it's on Packaging.
I think you're right.
Yeah. It features Mike on guitar, Davy on tambourine, Peter on piano, and Micky on drums. And the vibe for this one, it's the monkeys dressed like barbershop quartet ventriloquist dummies.
Carnival barkers.
Yeah, vaudeville vibe.
They're so cute.
Yeah, Davy like Broadway dancing.
I love Davy dancing.
Yay.
He's so adorable.
But it's only like him dancing and they're dancing over.
Because the rest of them can't dance.
Davy is a Broadway performer.
Okay, this girl, do we see her? Is she anybody?
She is a choreographer named Anita Mann. I'm guessing she choreographed this.
Okay. She's got short blonde hair. She's in the sleeveless turtleneck sweater dress, which is green, and it's got different patterns top and bottom. And you can repeatedly see her underwear when she's dancing, kicking, and then through the dress.
Well, that's how the 60s was. She looks like Tinkerbell to me.
She does.
Yeah.
Blonde hair and this green dress.
Queen. That's all I have for the song. 1 minute short.
Yeah.
Bob says, hey, mans.
Amen.
And then he welcomes the monkeys back.
Welcome back.
welcome back 3 episodes in. But it is our first minute short of the season.
Yeah.
These fits, my psychedelic Ken dolls.
Yeah.
So Peter has his pins again, and there's an urban legend that the green pin he's wearing is his orgy organizer pin. It's not. I forget what it actually says, but people have zoomed in and analyzed. It's not. But he does have an orgy organizer pin that he wore, that teen magazines have a picture of him wearing.
So this man went on to be a high school science teacher.
Yeah. They let him around those kids.
They let him around those children.
Yeah, after he got out of jail for weed. Yeah, I don't.
Where was he teaching?
Somewhere in California.
Okay.
The loose hippie morals.
I guess so.
This is again right after the jork fight because he has the cheek mark.
Micky really hates these interviews.
Yeah,
he says it like 5 times.
Yeah, most of their outfits are the same as the last music video, but Mike has a tie and also his aviators on, his Nesviators. Mike has these like chunky aviators in like every shade, and the other monkeys wear them occasionally. There's a really famous Torque Smith picture of like Mike sitting in Peter's lap in the back of their car where both of them have the glasses on and Peter's like gripping on his waist. And also in HD you can see that his shirt has like a graph paper pattern on it, and Micky has a tablecloth on. We have like really quick little catch-ups with each of the monkeys. Peter snaps his hand in the clapboard. Micky makes machine gun noises and goes, "Soul, brother." I don't think you're allowed to do that, Micky. Davy says, "My sister had another baby." And Mike says, "I had all the windows of my cars painted black." So we can see their priorities. Micky keeps telling Bob he really hates these interviews, and he looks genuinely nervous because he hated those interviews. He didn't like, it wasn't the improv aspect, it was like the being put on the spot of being real that made him uncomfortable, to like not have the mask of performance up. And I get that.
Bob asked Micky, "What are you wearing, babe?"
Yeah.
And he says, "It's a tablecloth from Davy Jones' dining room."
Yeah. He asked him about his...
And then said that was Mike's line. Oh. Like they were saying like he...
that
he took Mike's line.
Yeah. Bob asking Micky about like his hair and the tablecloth. Don't interrogate him about like making changes to his appearance.
And then Peter outs him for wearing an earring.
Oh.
He says he's got an earring.
He didn't. He was kidding. Yeah. Bob says, "Peter, what have you got around your neck there?" Peter says, "Beads." He says, "Yeah, but what are they strung from?" "Oh, this one is strung from..." Hangs himself.
Then we just kept that in.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Davy looks baked as fuck in this interview. And then they tell the tale of the chick that mailed herself to Davy.
I can't believe that was successful.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
This was such an important tale that there is a tag on Sunshine Factory for the chick that mailed herself to Davy because they had so many stories in the teen magazines about it. This girl was about 12, I believe. And they were in a hotel in New York, and like the fans were crazy outside, and she got past security by mailing herself in, which is bizarre that worked. Yeah. But you do what you gotta do, I guess. Micky reiterates that he hates these interviews, so Mike, to calm him down because they're such good friends and they're besties and it's so cute, he's like, "I'll do one with you, one-on-one." And then Mike does a bit mocking Bob and his stupid questions directly to Bob's face. "Tell him, baby. In this generation." Monkey out.
Monkey out.
Monkey out.
Woo-hoo. We hope you enjoyed that episode of the Monkees Pod. You can follow us on Instagram and the website formerly known as Twitter at Monkees Pod. I was gonna sing something from Aladdin, but I realized I don't remember any of the words to all the songs. Except for, "Still I think he's rather tasty." They did that song at my musical theater camp, and they had a little white girl play Aladdin, and in her initial audition for the camp, she was like, "Hi, my name is," she said her name, and then she said, "and I'll be singing Big Blonde and Beautiful from Hairspray." So, you know what? She was great Aladdin casting, actually. Bye!